On a chilly autumn evening, deep in the forest, the wind rustled the leaves, and the only sound breaking the silence was the desperate cry of a baby echoing from a distant corner. The she-wolf's ears perked up, her golden eyes glinting as her instincts kicked in. She stood still, listening closely, and decided to follow the sound. Step by step, the familiar scent of the woods shifted to something new, a human scent. Moving carefully through the trees, the moonlight filtering down revealed the scene in front of her, a tiny baby, wrapped in a thin blanket, shivering from the cold. The she-wolf hesitated, watching from a few steps away, but something maternal awoke inside her, stronger than her survival instincts. This fierce creature, who had evaded hunters and dangers for years, felt a powerful urge to protect this helpless being. The she-wolf approached, gently picking up the baby between her teeth. With utmost care, she carried the child back to her den, deeper in the woods. Once there, the wolf pups curiously sniffed and circled the strange new guest. She laid the baby down in the center and tried to cover it to keep it warm. The pups and the baby exchanged nervous glances, both sides filled with fear and curiosity. The she-wolf shot a reassuring look at her pups, and they seemed to understand. This new creature was now part of their family. That night, for the first time in a world without a mother, the baby fell into a deep sleep under the she-wolf's watchful eyes. She wrapped her body around the small, trembling child, keeping him warm with her thick fur. Her ears twitched at every noise, listening for any sign of danger, but the night remained peaceful. The only sounds were the quiet breathing of the baby and the wolf pups. When morning came and sunlight filtered through the trees, the child opened his eyes. He saw the large she-wolf lying nearby, with the wolf pups peeking at him, and felt a moment of fear. But the calm, warm gaze of the she-wolf comforted him. As days turned into weeks, he became a part of the wild family. The she-wolf taught him how to survive, how to track, listen to the sounds of the forest, and sense danger. He followed her everywhere, mirroring her movements and learning to navigate the wilderness as naturally as any creature born to it. As the boy grew, the she-wolf's lessons became the backbone of his life. Each morning, he raced through the trees with the wolf pups, climbing high branches and balancing on them like a natural. The she-wolf was more than a mother. She was his teacher and protector. They communicated silently, needing no words to understand each other. One day, as the boy sat on a branch, he saw the she-wolf approach and rest her head on his lap. Her eyes, full of love and a hint of weariness, looked up at him. He gently stroked her fur, and they shared a moment that spoke of their unbreakable bond. The forest was quiet, as if it too felt the depth of their connection. Time passed, and the boy turned 8. He was strong and agile, knowing every corner of the forest like his own heart. The she-wolf, now older, was still fierce and protective. One day, the sound of hunters' footsteps and voices echoed through the woods. The she-wolf's protective instincts flared as she tried to push the boy to safety, but he refused to leave her side. They shared a look of understanding, and the boy stepped forward to stand with her. Side by side, they faced the hunters, an extraordinary sight that made the men pause. Their bond was so strong, so pure, that it left the hunters stunned. Slowly, they lowered their weapons and backed away, unable to harm what they saw as a miracle of loyalty and love. That night, as the forest whispered in the cold wind, the she-wolf lay beside the boy, curling around him protectively. He leaned against her warm body, feeling safe and at peace. From then on, Their story became a legend of the forest, a tale of love and loyalty between a boy and a wolf. Seasons changed, and years rolled on, but the boy and the she-wolf stayed together, an inseparable pair in the heart of the wilderness. If you were touched by this incredible story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more heartwarming tales. Your support helps us share more inspiring moments.